TIFU by telling my BF that his dad has, quite literally, been inside my asshole. I wish I was joking. This is gonna be descriptive and NSFW. When I was 17, I was rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. During my stay I met my new doctor, and after we exchanged a few words and all that, he told me he had to put a finger in my butt to test something. It was extremely awkward but fine. After I got out the hospital I had to continue seeing this doctor frequently for checkups, and he had to perform 2 colonoscopies on me. After that my condition got better, and I only need to continue seeing him now for checkups. During the checkups over the years my family and him formed a bond. He's a cool doctor and my parents really like him, and were super thankful that he nursed me back to health. So my dad offered my doctor a service that he provides for work, just as a thank you. That's how both of our families eventually came together, and shortly after, I started dating my doctor's oldest son. He's 23. I'm 22. This was and still is completely fine. My family loves him, and his family loves me. We've been together for almost 2 years now. So here's where Ipe's up. He's been staying back at his family's house since quarantine started, and we missed each other, so I decided to go over. I've been quarantined as well, and hang out with them. He told me to come early, so we could have some alone time. Both parents are healthcare workers, so I did. We were in his room and things were getting heated, and I basically just flat out told him I wanted to try anal. He was open to it, but was hesitant, because of my UC. He asked me if it was safe for us to do that, and without thinking, my big ass mouth said, "I don't know. I'd have to ask your dad. He's the only one who's been in my ass before." I can't explain the look on his face, but it goes without saying that completely ruined the mood. I was laughing out of embarrassment and sorrow, and I really just wanted to melt into the floor and disappear. I'm sure he already knew that his dad did that stuff to me, because obviously I'm his patient, but I'm also sure he pushed that thought way into the back of his mind and I drudged it up. Dinner with the family was kind of awkward, and before I left he tried to reassure me and tell me that it wasn't as horrible as I thought and we could just forget about it, but I don't know how I'll ever recover from that. And no, before anyone asks, I'm not going to ask his dad if it's safe for me to try anal with his son. TL. Doctor. I told my boyfriend that his dad, my doctor, had been in my ass before because of procedures right before sex. Edit. Holy ps, I went to sleep and woke up and this is at 25k. I don't really know what to say, but thank you all for living through this nightmare with me, I guess, and thanks to the people w/uk/crons and doctors who actually gave me advice on having anal LMAO. Edit 2 regarding uk/crons. For those asking, because I can't get to everyone, I had a lot of other procedures done too. Even a pill cam, which I didn't know existed until I had it. But the one thing that finally worked for me was mercaptopurine 6-MP. I think I got lucky, and it worked wonders for me, and basically gets rid of all my symptoms. Even though I still sometimes have those horrible stomach aches. Good luck to everyone who's still struggling with it. Cold been worse. You cold met the son without the family. Asked your perfectly platonic physician if it was okay for you to do anal with your boyfriend. And then wind up having dinner at their place. Then he'd know. Bonus points if you reassured your BF that you talked to your doctor. So he'd know too. Like the old joke about the young man buying condoms, and when he goes over to the girlfriend's house the pharmacist that sold them is the girl's father. As a former UC patient this made me laugh. I didn't have anything like this, but there was a girl in our group I liked, but she deflected my interest. Fast forward a few years, when we both have partners, and she brings up how she was interested, but I was too much of a player. Apparently on nights out I would disappear to go and try and pull girls in the club. Turns out she'd somehow missed the conversations where I mentioned having UC and had mistaken my toilet trips for me trying to hook up with random girls. A former UC, you have a bag? Part we are all missing here is a risk. Say he bangs you in the ass. and here's something, or whatever, and you go to emergency, where they call the ass doc on duty and bam, future father-in-law comes in. Hey doctor so and so, well your son's my ass. And, well. My god, I didn't even think of that possibility. I want to see the conversation with his son. Well Billy, when a man and a woman love each other very much, sometimes they decide to have sex. Which is completely fine and normal. But could you just take it easy on her back door? I've really been trying to nurse it back to health, and you can't just go in there pounding away. Yeah, see Billy, it's called managing tempo and ensuring lubrication. And for the love of God, if something happens, you take her to St. Mary's. I'm not about to fix whatever it is you break in there, and I'm sure as not doing it with the faint waft of strawberry lube seeping up through my surgical mask. Anal is all about common courtesy, and so is this family dynamic. Remember that Billy, and we'll be fine. Edit. Oh lord. Waking up to my most updated comment being a dad lecture on anal. Y'all are aroused. So I'm rewatching UGIO, and every single episode there's so much lecturing about trusting in your friends and family regardless of the situation with a slight condescending, preachy tone. So what I'm trying to say is I read this in Pharaoh UG voice and now I want a YouTube series where Yami UG teaches safe sex. I cannot believe you have cursed my psyche with this concept. What's your location? I just want to talk. I guess you activated his trap card. Activated his trap hole. Yeah, you just need to double down on this now and get a professional note from his father that you can do anal. Honestly though, I don't think there is a possible worse response to that question in your position, so congrats. I mean, you cold waited until halfway through the deed and said something like this is nothing like how your dad does it, and that would be worse. But that's about it. The thing your dad puts in here is way longer. Oh come on dude. Theo. Wait, you're finished already? It lasts way longer when your dad's in my ass. SMH. Get out to here man lol. Why don't we film this? Your dad always takes lots of pictures. Back quote, he even takes notes. I love that in a man. Maybe we should bring in another girl. Your dad always has another woman next to me when he's in my ass. It's too late to turn back now. The only option is to raise it with his father. During a family dinner. While making eye contact with whichever member of the family you expect will be most disturbed by you having done so. If that's an elderly relative and you need to wait for Thanksgiving, it'll be worth it. While uncomfortably shifting and ask in a worried tone so they think you're asking after the fact. And then immediately after saying it, ask someone to pass the butter. Then pretend to not know what butter is and pretend to be truly interested at this new food. They will test you to see if you are joking, but you must remain firm that you have in fact never seen or heard of butter before. Thank you for reminding me of that post. I'm dying all over again. Mayo. Post. Edit. I've gotten the link 3 times. As kind as that is. I know now. Lol. Thank you. Thank you all. I mean honestly, it's power move. BF totally missed a chance to yell, guess it's a family affair, and jump right in. Anus last words. You take your upvote, and then you get out. Shouldn't be a problem. I've seen what my son is packing. It would have been both soul crushing and hilarious. The only solution I can see here is to have your dad get up in your BF's ass. Does his dad drive a car with Asman as the license plate? Just ask at dinner, hey doc. With my condition is anal safe? Watch your boyfriend turn bright red. Scene-filled reference. Take my upvote. 1,000,000 to 1 shot. Doc. 1,000,000 to 1. She's got a fine son. A fine one. You treated well now. Thanks, Dad. Pat's head, they grow up so fast. That comment made my day. Thank you XD. I get the most cursed vibe, like mental horror curses from this comment. How did this comment matter? Your day is beyond me.